The 8-string bass guitar was invented by electrical engineer and musician Eric Krakow, who played with Al Kooper's early band the Aristo-Cats in the late 1950s and early 1960s. He was inspired by the 12-string guitar, which led to the creation of the prototype being built from a modified 4-string bass. The bass was strung with paired octave strings, similar to those of a regular 12-string guitar. Standard tuning for this 8-string bass was as follows from the top string down: high E, low E, high A, low A, high D, low D, and high G, low G. In 1967, Eric and business partner Steve Wittels brought it to Sid Hack of Univox, the company that imported Hagström guitars. Hack liked the idea and ordered a trial run of 500 units. The trial was a success, thus leading to the production of 2,249 more H8s from 1967 to 1969. Many well-known guitar manufacturers offer 8-string basses today, including Dean Guitars, ESP Guitars, Hamer Guitars, Schecter Guitars, Washburn Guitars, Rickenbacker, and of course, Hagström. 8-string basses are generally fretted, however, fretless versions do show up from time to time. Squire of Yes often tuned his rainy 8-string bass high E, low E, high A, low A, high A, low D, and high D, low G, so that the notes played on the upper two courses sound as open fifths. Usually the 8-string bass is played with a pick to give better attack and increase the ringing of the higher register strings, but a pick is not essential. Some players use fingers as well as slap and pop techniques with the 8-string bass, such as Victor Wooten. Other bassists who have utilized the 8-string bass include Abraham Labrielle, fellow Padula player Mark Egan, Nick Lowe, Jeff Ament or Ament of Pearl Jam, Paulo Pinto or Paulo Jr. of Sepultura, John Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin, John Entwistle of The Who, Mike Rutherford of Genesis, Greg Lake of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Lemmy of Motorhead, and Tom Peterson of Cheap Trick. If you're thinking that I forgot to mention Doug Pinnick of King's X, he actually played a 12-string Hamer bass. Last but not least, Jimi Hendrix played 8-string bass on tracks from his Electric Ladyland album, namely Crosstown Traffic and 1983 A Merman I Should Turn to Be. Going back to Lemmy for a moment, I did my research on all of the musicians referenced in this video, but I couldn't find any evidence of Lemmy playing much of anything else other than a Rickenbacker. However, it is well documented that Lemmy was a roadie for Jimi Hendrix. While Hendrix told Lemmy he'd never be a good guitar player, we can guess that he believed in him enough to give him that H8 that he used in the Electric Ladyland sessions, right? I actually kept digging around and I found Motorhead's Top of the Pops performance of Bomber. There's only one problem. The one Jimi Hendrix and Noel Redding used was red. The one Lemmy is holding at the Top of the Pops is Sunburst. If anyone has any information on this subject, please leave it in the comments below.